Alright, what's up? Welcome to the Absolutely Parked Disc Golf channel. Today, it's just me out here all by myself. Got the AB jersey on, got the AB hat on, and I'm at my local course here, Millbrook Park, and I'm just gonna play around and record it. See if I can beat my previous scores. So, right now I'm on hole 1. It's in the A position, about 272 feet. I'm gonna throw a resistor at it, just a big spike hyzer, have it skip down, hopefully get it in something. That'll putt. All right, typically you want to get behind the tree and spike down to it, but kind of threw it with way too much hyzer and a little too high. So kind of got a tricky putt here. We got this limb right in front of us. Alright, hole 2, it's about 256 feet, right under those trees down there. We're just going to try to get it low, skip up to it, or I'll be throwing a pyro here. Alright, got a little bit of another obstructed putt with limbs in front of it. So let's try to get this one here. There we go. That's a nice bounce back birdie. Alrighty, hole 3, about 286 feet. It's right behind that tree down in the middle. You just want to do a big spike hyzer around that. I'm going to be throwing the pyro again. Did that just a tad far, but it'll be a putt. There's another nice birdie to have. There we go. All right, hole 4. It's about 315 feet. It is right down in there. I don't know if you could see it. It's a little dark in there, but it's right back in there. We're gonna be throwing off this tee pad. You just want to hyzer it around that tree right there in the middle, and that would just spike down. Going with the resistor again. There we go, parked it. And that's what we like to see right there. Go ahead and knock this guy in. Let's go. All right, hole 5, it's about 238 feet. You can see it, oh, hold on. See it right there in the middle of the screen. Kind of just want to throw a forehand. There's a bunch of limbs hanging down in the middle there. I'm going to be taking the zone, trying to go right down the middle, not too hard, just have it skip right up to it. First forehand of the day, so this might not be the greatest. Oh, that's money. Oh, let's go. Can't think of a time I've had a better drive here. That is ideal. Let's go. All right, hole 6, about 312 feet. It is straight down here. I'll put an arrow right where it's at. This one I struggle on. I don't know if I want to go Nebula or Athena. I think Athena will go too far, but with this tailwind, yeah, that might be true. So I'm gonna go Nebula, just push it straight and go right at it. Kind of psyched myself out with that Nebula drive. Basket's right there. And I landed really far to the right. Kind of turned it over. It's just a nice little jump. That'd have been really cool if that went in. Not the greatest putt, but it caught, so we'll take it. Hole 7, about 266 feet. It's a little dog leg to the right there, past this pine tree right down here. A little bit behind it, you could probably see the band, but probably not. Just gonna throw a zone forehand straight down the middle, have it finish right at the basket. Threw that a little too inside, so it's gonna finish a little bit to the right of the basket, but not a bad one. A little right of the basket, and I'm behind a bunch of limbs again. Feels good. With that window that I had, that feels good. All right, hole 8, it's about 410 feet, straight down the gap. Just gonna rip a nuke down there. Walking up to hole 8, she's right there. I kind of turned it over just a little bit and it went a little bit more straight than I wanted. I wanted a little bit of a right to left finish, but I think I'm pin high, which is good news because I don't usually get pin high. Oh yeah, we're pin high. So let's go ahead and a par on this hole is fine because I don't have the arm speed and distance to really park it all the time, but the fact that we're here is good enough for me. Let's go ahead and throw a putt up to it. The tap in for par is fine with me. All right, hole 9, it's about 270 feet. This one I like to do a big spike hyzer, so I'm gonna be throwing the motion. And what I wanna do is go past the trees to the right, above it, and have it just slam down. So let's see if we can get that to happen. Oh no, that's inside the tree. Now I have a far putt left. If I had that to the right of the trees, and it got through. See if I can, I'm gonna do it with the cap wrap, see if I can correct it. Probably my walk up was what messed it up. There we go. Now that one's circle 1. So I think I just came at it a little bit too straight. Should have been aiming. That's stuff we gotta learn. Cap wrap landed right about there, circle 1, which, to be honest, I don't think my motion's gonna be that bad. Oh, it's horrible. I'm gonna set you up behind the basket. You can just watch me putt from over there. Kinda just threw that straight at the camera. I think I was focusing on it too much. But we'll take a par putt. I should have set up the camera somewhere else. All right, hole 10. This is the farthest hole on the course. It says 413, but I think it's a little bit more. Straight down there, there's OB to the right along the whole stretch of the way. We're just gonna take the nuke and kind of rip it. Got my ESP Ezra 8-hole nuke. Oh, and we got a little bit of a tailwind, so I can probably throw this a little bit flatter too. A little too high. Took me a bit, but I found my disc. I'm colorblind, so I don't know why I bought a green disc. And we got a circle 2 putt at it. All right, hole 11, about 243 feet. We're in the middle of the woods here. It's a really sick hole. I like to throw a zone. Just try to get it straight down the middle. I like to throw a little bit more of a flippy one. Have it kind of turn a little bit and then come a little bit back. So I got my Eric Oakley zone here. Bad kick right at the end. Considering the speed that had and the fact that it hit that tree right there, that was probably going to go way far, so that might have benefited. But let's find the disc. Kicked all the way over here. Oh, we're pin high. We take that. I just walked through like 5 spider webs trying to get to this. Let's go ahead and see if we can make this putt. Oh, that would have been a nice birdie. So close. You wanted to stay in. You wanted to. All right, another great hole. It's about 275 feet. See it straight out there. Those fence posts do make up what is the island of this hole. So if you don't land on the inside, I believe you play it as hazard from that spot. Deep is OB, if I'm correct. There is a headwind, so I'm going to throw something a little bit more stable than a zone. I'm going to throw a MVP deflector, forehanded out to the left, just have it crash down to the right. Kind of an annoying bogey to have on a relatively easy hole, but we're on the easiest hole of the course, in my opinion. I don't know the average, but we're gonna do a nice little zone forehand. It's 227 feet. Let's try to erase that bogey. The throw just went a tad bit far. Right there. Gonna be putting right up to the basket. Not an ace, but a birdie will do. All right, relatively harder hole here. All the tall grass is OB, and the basket is right there. There is a nice like forehand line above to crash down. It is only 333 feet. So sometimes with the distance I run into that issue. But with the headwind, I think Venom's the way to go. So, trying to get it up high. All right, we're just gonna ignore that I missed that easy circle 1 putt, and we're gonna go straight into the next hole. All right, hole 15, it's about 290 feet. Just wanna throw something dead straight and park it. I'm gonna throw a nebula. Threw just a tad bit far, a little outside circle 2. That's for birdie. All right, hole 16, it's about 275 feet. If you look through this small gap here, you can see it right there. All of this is OB. It used to be a pond, it's just dried up. And I like to go straight through that gap with a forehand, but with the wind, might be a different route. But we'll go ahead and try. Get through. There we go. And that's how you park that hole. That right there, I would say, is pretty much parked. All right, hole 17, about 286 feet. And just a little bit past it. That's good, because then we'll have a tailwind putt, which is nice. Wow! All right, last hole, hole 18, right down here. We're kind of thrown out of this little gap all the way down to that. It's about 342 feet, so not too bad. All right, and we have a little bit of a headwind. So with that, I'm gonna throw something a little bit more stable. I'm gonna throw a Venom and just have it crash down onto the basket. Hopefully this isn't too fast. Landed a little short. All right, let's finish this round off with a birdie. What do we say?
Hello, future Kobe here. After I made this putt, I just left and forgot to record an outro. So we ended up finishing at 8 under. My lowest score is actually 11 under here. So hopefully we get them next time. And hopefully we can get the other guys to record solo rounds like this. If you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe to Absolutely Parked. Thank you.